Hey guys, so what I'm doing for you today, like usual, like I always say, I'm recreating the 2010 Victoria's Secret fashion show look, and before I even get into any of it, I do not look like Giselle. I do not look like Candace. I don't look like any of those girls. I wish I looked like those girls. Ooh. I wish I looked like those girls, but that's not the case. So, I wanted to share this look with you, show you what I did, and yeah, I think it looks pretty darn good. I didn't use the Victoria's Secret makeup that they had. I kind of mixed and matched with some Coastal Scents and some MAC, and I also did a hair tutorial for you, but it's going to be broken up into two because there's no way in heck I'm going to be able to fit everything in one. So I'll probably upload this first, and then I'll try to do it at the same time. Whatever. There'll be a link somewhere to do this hair tutorial like the girls have, and again, you know, it's me recreating the way I do it, or the way, you know, I think it looks good on me, and, you know, also to show you guys, you know, I think it's pretty dead on. I think it looks pretty darn good, okay? So, how you doing, Victoria's Secret girls? So yeah, so this is the look that I created, and I think it looks pretty good. I'll show you a close-up. So they have that dramatic orangey bronze into the crease that goes into here, and then they have the gold on the outside, and then it's really great because this is the first time that I haven't worn eyeliner, and it's kind of freaking me out, but they didn't wear any eyeliner. They just used a lot of lashes and a lot of white eyeliner underneath the eyes. So if you guys want to see how I did this makeup look and show the fashion girls of Victoria's Secret that we too can look just as hot as they can, keep watching. Alright, so the first thing you want to do before you do anything, of course, is use your primer. I used Laura Mercier's primer, like I've been using. So what I'm doing is mixing the face and body in the shade N5 and the Revlon Photo Ready in Natural Beige, which is this color right here. Only because this is like really dark now that I'm not tanning, and just the difference between my neck and my chest to my face is going to be so drastic. So it'll really give a nice iridescent look as well, which is what the Victoria's Secrets are all about, and the Photo Ready is going to help that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that on the back of my hand and a little bit of the Photo Ready. Then the brush that I'm going to be using is Sigma's new line of brushes, which is their high def, they call them. So flat top kabuki brush in F80, which is this brush right here. I'm going to dip this around just to mix the brushes, or mix the foundations together, put it on the back of my hand, and then just start patting it in. I usually stipple first, and then I blend, which makes it a lot easier. I absolutely love this brush because it handles foundation really well, and because it's so dense and because it's synthetic, it doesn't soak up as much foundation as regular brushes would, which is really great. And now for the other side. Go past your ears, down below the jawline, past your ears up here, and work it down. Because remember, if you guys are not tanning like I am, you're not going to be Victoria's Secret bronze, and you don't want to look like you have a mask on, so that's the whole part of blending it down. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do my under eye concealer, and what I'm going to use for that is I'm going to be using the Coastal Scents Camo Quad. I usually am a huge fan of my Laura Mercier, but it's not light enough, and I want to create that lightened effect right here, like the Victoria's Secret models do. So it's this right here, and this is in the shade medium. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip my brush, which is the 217 brush, which is what I've actually resorted to using now for my concealers instead of my my fingers. I'm going to be dipping the light one right over here, and then the dark one over here, and then putting it on my finger or on the back of my hand and creating the color that I want. So now that I have that, I'm just going to place this under my eye and work it like I would be working like a triangle effect, which is going to make my chubby little round face look thinner, because you know those girls, they're from Russia or Australia, regardless, they are from places where everybody is super thin and gorgeous, and I'm just like, well, definitely don't got that going on now, so I'm just gonna make it look like I do. Do the same thing for the other side. Now I'm just going to feather this like this, going downward, and this is going to take away any harsh edges. Next thing you're going to do is I'm going to be using crown brushes when I went to eye mats, and it's just a flat synthetic brush, but it's really, really soft. And I'm using the Laura Mercier's Undercover Pot, and I'm using their loose setting powder. So I'm just going to take a little bit, dip my brush in there, tap it off, and place this under my eye. This is going to prevent any creasing because you know, the Coastal Scents and Laura Mercier are very, very creamy consistency, and you don't want to have creases. It's not sexy. So to create that iridescent look that the Victoria's Secret models have, I'm using a cream colored base in the color Pearl, which is this color right here. And I'm going to go in with Sigma's foundation brush, which is the F60 brush right here. And for all you guys who have the old one like I do, it's the SS190. Just tap your brush into the cream color base and just place this above your cheekbone just by tapping. And it'll create a really, really gorgeous glow, especially putting the bronzer down. You can apply a little bit to your brow bone and do the same thing on the other side. Now you guys can see how it has that really pretty sheen. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're actually going to set your face now by using this paddle-shaped dome or petal-shaped brush, which is Sigma's premium line brushes, the large powder brush, which is the F20, also known as the SS134. I'm going to grab my MAC Skin Finish, Mineralized Skin Finish, in the color Medium Deep, and I'm just going to dust this over my face, over my entire face. Because you don't want to apply another powder if you're trying to be, you know, just put a highlight right here. Because of the cream base being so creamy, you could actually end up making it like stick in weird places and not have it evenly distributed. So powder blends good on top of powder. So if you're trying to do a more focused powder on a certain place, place your powder down first before you do anything. And then also apply this on top of the eyes as well. And then take this and bring this down to your neck, your jawline, and then bring this down. You can use this for your chest. Now it's time to do the bronzer. So the bronzer that I'm using is from the Back to the Beach collection, which is the Getaway Bronze, which is this color right here. I like it because it has a copper reddish tint to it, which is great because it's also going to be my blush as well, so that's really cool. The brush that I'm going to be using for this is the large angle contour brush, which is Sigma's F80 brush, and this is also the SS168. Just dabbing my brush into that, tapping off the excess, and I'm going to start right here and focus more over here and then bring it up kind of so it's like a triangle, because that's how the girls have it. Using very light strokes too. Same thing on the other side. And then you're going to bring this up past your temples, around the face, And then just a light dusting across your forehead, because this is going to be your sun-kissed look. Down to the bridge of the nose, your chin, basically where the sun hits you the most. And the last thing you're going to do is just apply a highlighter and D2 Studio Sculpt, Accentuate and Sculpt, and I'm using the pink one right here. And I'm actually going to use one of the fan brushes that I got from Bare Minerals. And this is just really, really lightweight, so I really like it. And just apply this to the tops of your cheeks. Ever so lightly. Okay, so that's it. Your face is done, and now we're going to do our eyes. So yeah, keep watching. Okay, so the first thing that I did is I primed my entire eye and my lower lash line with not with Urban Decay's, with Max Fair Study Paint Pot. You can use Urban Decay's Sin if you like. It's pretty much the exact same thing. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to use Sigma's E55 eye shading brush, and that is also the SS239 if you guys are wondering. Okay, so the first color we're going to use is I'm actually going to be using this palette, which is from Coastal Scents. It's their warm palette. I'm going to be using this color right here. And it's a nice champagne color. Going in with the 239, and I'm applying this to the lower lid. And then with that same brush, you can go in. I'm just using a highlight color, and the highlight color that I'm using is, this color right here. Just apply this to the brow bone, and then under your brow as well, because they have a pretty big gap for their brow bone. Okay. Now we're going to focus on doing the crease. So with the crease, you want to be a little bit more precise. So in order to do that, I'm going to be using Sigma's E70, which is that tapered shading brush right here. And this is also the SS275, just in case. It's the angled brush, just in case you guys didn't know. And I'm going to be mixing two colors. I'm going to be using Drooled, which is this color right here. It's like a orange color. And then I'm going to be mixing it with this reddish toned down muted brown, a warm palette, which is this color right here. So first take the reddish brown color, and what I do is actually dip the brush in it, put it on the back of my hand so that there's not a lot, and then grab the rule, because you want the rule to be the primal color. You don't have to do this. I just don't have an orangey brown color that looks like what they have in their crease. And you can see it goes all the way in like this. So I'm just going to start right here where I want it to start. And then very lightly work my way in. And then put that into the crease. You're going a little bit above your crease right now, but you're going to eventually blend it into your crease. You don't have to worry. Just don't go above really high. And then just work this down. And then I'm going to tilt my brush this way because they have more color on the outside. It's kind of like thinned and then thickened out. And then work this into your crease. Okay, and now we have the line that we want. We just want to tone it down, and I'm just going to be using Sigma's E45, which is the SS226 if you guys don't know, or you have the old one, and just in real circular small motions just blend this harsh line. And also, like I said, blend it into the crease, but make sure not to go that high above the brow bone. The bigger blending brush, which is the E55. This is by Sigma as well. I'm just going to pick up a little bit more of the highlight color that we applied, put it down on the back of my hand so that there's really not that much left, and just go over my brow bone again, and then blending that down. Okay, now the next thing that you're going to do is I'm going to use one of MAC's fluid lines, and this is their gold color, which is an uppity, which is this color right here. I'm going to grab Sigma's E15, which is also the SS212 if you guys have the old one, which is just a flat definer brush. And I'm going to apply this all down the entire lower lash line into the water tear duct. And if you feel confident, you don't even need to really use the brush. You could just use your finger, which is what I'll do. It's easier. It's easier that way. Oops. Again, make sure to put that in the tear duct because we're doing a lot of gold in there. Up in there. Okay, now I'm going to be using MAC's Color Gold Mine, which is this color right here. And I'm going to be using an Essence of Beauty brush, which is the thicker brush of the two, and putting it right over the uppity that we just put down. Now, another note that I wanted to let you guys know that I didn't tell you, do not bring these two colors that we mixed into your outer V like you normally would or like anybody else would. The way they have it is just a cut crease C, just like this, and it stops. It doesn't get blended in, so just to let you guys know if it looks a little weird and you're like, why haven't you done that? That's not how they have it done. Okay? And then the last thing we're going to do for our eyes is apply a liner on the waterline. Now, I'm not going to use white because I've used white before and I don't feel like it's really natural. So what I'm actually using is e.l.f.'s Eyebrow Lift and Filler, and it's this color right here. It is a very light pink, and it really gives a more natural look to your eye. It's not very like, oh my goodness, you can totally tell, but it's subtle enough that it makes your eye look very open, which is what we're going for. And we're going to do that to the entire waterline. And you see how it just gives you that lift? It's really, really pretty. The last thing that we're going to do is our lashes. Now, they used false lashes, but I actually used my last pair of false lashes for Halloween, and regardless, it's not really the lashes that they used. They used very subtle lashes and focused more on the outer corner of the eye. So what I'm just going to do for you guys who don't, like to apply false lashes but like this look, kind of like I do regardless, I hate doing stuff like this, I hate putting on false lashes, just focus your mascara on the outer third of your eye and then the outer third of your lower lashes. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back to show you guys what I put on my lips. Okay, so I applied my mascara, and you guys are going to kill me, but I use this L'Oreal mascara right here, which I love, but I don't know what it's called because it just says L'Oreal on it, but you should know just by the packaging. It's the one that has collagen in it. I don't know why I'm talking to the mirror. I should be talking to you guys. It's the one that has collagen in it, and I absolutely love it. So you guys can see, let me zoom in for you. You guys can see that I just emphasized the mascara on the outer third of my eyes. And so now that we have that done, our last step is to do the lipstick. So the first thing you want to do before you put any lipstick on, especially since this time I'm using lip liner, is just condition your lips. And this is just, I don't know where I got this from, but it's awesome. It's like the best thing I've ever had in my entire life. Use a MAC Prep and Prime lip primer or a lip conditioner. And I'm going to use the lip liner Strip Down, which is this brown color right here. And I'm going to line my entire lips. Now that you have the lips lined, you're going to fill it in as well. Okay, so this deepens any look if you're going to try to put like a lighter color. So since I don't have like a reddish dark berry, I'm going to use from the D2 collection a luster, which is Strip Down, and it's a pretty dark berry, but it's not the darkest berry that they have on their lips, but because we put the brown down, the Strip Down it'll make it darker. So I'm just going to put that on now. Okay, now just to clean up the lips and just to make sure that we don't have any, you know, unevenness, I'm going to take a lip pencil. This is just from Beauties, and go back in with the blood red. Just go over that and fill in any lines you may have. Okay, so we have that done. And now just apply a nude lip gloss over top. And what am I going to use? I'll use Love Nectar, which is what I actually just got from my collection of the haul that I showed you. So I'm just going to put some of that on the back of my hands because I don't want to apply the red lipstick to this because, yeah. And then just pop that right in the center, which makes your lips look even bigger. Great. Okay, so this is it. This is the final look. I'm sorry that I'm not Victoria's Secret status, that I can really emphasize the look that's going on here, but I'll take pictures so you guys can get a better look, hopefully, if you can't see it now. So yeah, this is basically everything more close up. And yeah, so let's finish this hairdo.